Good morning, YouTube. I'm Lion Unleashed back at you from right here at the Green Thumb Gardening Channel. Today is indeed Tuesday, November 5th, 2019. We've had quite a few days of brisk, cooler, actual fall-type temperatures here in Grow Zone 8B at the Green Thumb Gardening Channel. And our fall gardens all seem to level. Everything that we planted as a means of a fall crop here at the Green Thumb Gardening Channel has indeed really come into its own over the past couple of weeks with all of the rainfall that we've had and again the cooler temperatures. So we're going to spin this camera around this morning and give you guys a quick look at a couple of things that we have going on here in our garden. Those of you who have been following our channel for a while, I'm sure you're aware that we typically bring you one update on one particular garden bed in our garden at a time. But this morning we're going to combine a couple of updates this morning. We're kind of short for time this morning. We're going to give you guys a quick look at what's going on with our planter, Sweet Baby Red, that we recently harvested Sugar Baby watermelons from. We're also going to show you what's going on with a new planter that we have here in our garden that we titled Miss Grows It All. And one last update on what's going on at Queen Annie's place. For those of you who don't know what Queen Annie's place is, that's my mother's planter here in our front yard extended garden grow area here. She has quite a few things going on there in her planter over there. So I'm going to give you guys a quick look at those three things this morning. Hang tight, YouTube. All right, first off, YouTube. You guys been following the video series on this planter. You recall that we did indeed harvest Sugar Baby watermelons from this planter about a month and a half ago. Previous to that, we harvested Beauregard sweet potatoes from this planter earlier back on July the 4th. So this is indeed the third crop that we've actually planted and grown here in this planter. I'm going to give you guys a quick look at what we have going on here. All right, YouTube. Here on this end down here, we have 3 rows of orange hybrid carrots. We received these seeds from our dear friends Mark and Tina up at Bumblebee Junction in Eastern Tennessee via Johnny Selected Seeds up in Winslow, Maine. We planted 3 rows of carrots here. I think there's about 20, maybe 24 seeds we planted here. The majority of them did indeed germinate, and this is what they're looking like at this point in the grow season. Here in the front, we have 2 rows of collard greens. Unfortunately, the first row actually did pretty well. That back row back there didn't do so well. We may end up dropping a few more seeds back there. Not sure, because we do have collards planted and another planter here. That back row back there, we transplanted some of our dill from over there at Bumblebee Junction to this more sunny location here in our planter. And we did that because we're not getting much sunlight over there on that in those planters over there at Bumblebee Junction this time of year, because the sun is rising from that point, as you can see over there. It's late fall here, approaching winter, and from this position where the sun rises in the morning, very little sunlight falls on Bumblebee Junction. During the spring and summer months, the sun is rising from a point of about right over there, over that pecan tree over there. It shines directly over there on Bumblebee Junction, and anything that's planted there has a tremendous amount of growth and does very well there during the spring and summer months. So the majority of what we've had planted over there at Bumblebee Junction, we actually transplanted those plants to other places in our garden. We're going to let Bumblebee Junction rest until the early spring, and we'll get those beds fully planted back over there at that point. At any rate, YouTube, here in this last row here, well, the second to the last row here, we have a row of arugula. It struggled in the beginning. It was cool here for a while, then when we planted this right here, it got the weather changed back to hot weather. They struggled for a while. As soon as the cooler temperatures returned, they really took off. Here in that last row over there, we only planted like 2 or 3 Swiss chard seeds. They all came up. They're not doing tremendously well, but we're pleased with what we see at this point. And over here on this end, this is actually a volunteer sweet potato plant from the sweet potatoes that we harvested back on July 4th of this year. We thought that we had completely cleaned our bed out, but As you can see, obviously there was a small vine or root or something left in the planter, and this is what has happened over the past couple of months. Since we harvested those Beauregard sweet potatoes back on July 4th. We're not really expecting anything under this plant because, again, it's like getting cool here. Probably going to be cold in a while, and this plant will actually die, but we're not going to pull it up. We're going to let it stay over there and see what it does. At any rate, YouTube, this is exactly what is indeed going on in our 3-foot by 6-foot Hugo Culture garden planter that we named Sweet Baby Red, as suggested by Sharon Harris out of Tallahassee, Florida. And we're pleased with what we see with Sweet Baby Red at this point in the growth season. This next planter, YouTube, is our newest planter. It's a 2-foot by 5-foot Hugo Culture garden planter. We actually named this planter after Mrs. Grows It All, who gives us a hand out here in the garden from time to time. On this end, we have 2 Brussels sprout plants planted there. Here in the middle, we have 4 of our basil plants that we originally germinated over there at Bumblebee Junction over there. These next 2 plants are actually cauliflower, and we germinated these over there at Bumblebee Junction as well. And these last 2 plants are actually supposed to be cabbage. That's what they were labeled as, but they look like something else to me here. We're going to let them grow and see what exactly happens with them, and let you know what they actually turn out to be here, YouTube. But again, this is what's going on with our 2-foot by 5-foot Hugo Culture garden planter that we did indeed name after Mrs. Grows It All, who gives us a hand here in our garden from time to time. And last but not least, this is what's going on over here at Queen Annie's place. I'm about to show you guys what's going on with what my mom's growing here in our garden right here and right now. Take a look at this, YouTube. Yes, indeed. Are my mom's orange carrots looking fantastic or what here, YouTube? If you recall from the last video update on this planter, this is what they looked like in our last video. Yeah. As you recall, we planted 3 rows of orange carrots right here. And again, this is what they look like now, YouTube. They have really begun to take off. Now we're getting plenty of rain and much cooler weather here. We're really excited to see how well they are doing. Next to those, we have 1 row of collards. Again, our collards struggled as well with the warmer weather that we had after we first planted them here in the drought that we actually had, and they didn't grow very much for almost a month and a half. As soon as the weather changed, they really took off, and we're pleased with what we see at this point with our collards. Here in this middle row, we have 4 cloves of garlic that we planted here. We actually got this garlic from the store. We bought some garlic from our local grocery store. We used the majority of it in our kitchen in various dishes, and we had about 4 little cloves left over. We just stuck those down here in the middle, not knowing if they would actually come up or not. But yeah, this is what has happened over the past about 3 weeks right here in my mom's planter, right here in our front yard. These next 2 rows are 2 rows of green sprouting broccoli. We received these seeds from our dear friend Vicky up at Little Creek Homestead in Pomona, Missouri. Thanks, Vicky. They're doing them quite well, my friend. This next row, we have 1 row of Swiss chard. We also received these seeds from our dear friend Vicky up at Little Creek Homestead in Pomona, Missouri. And in this last row, we have 1 row of Red Rock Mammoth cabbage. This is the first time grow for us as far as the Red Rock Mammoth cabbage goes, the Swiss chard, and the green sprouting broccoli. As you can see, Vicky, they are all indeed doing well, and I'm super excited about this cabbage over here. I cannot wait to taste this cabbage, Vicky. At any rate, YouTube, Red Rock Mammoth cabbage, Swiss chard, green sprouting broccoli, garlic, collards, and 3 rows of orange hybrid carrots. We received these seeds from our friends up at Bumblebee Junction in Eastern Tennessee, Mark and Tina. Again, these are the same seeds we have planted over there in our planter, Sweet Baby Red. Thanks again, Mark and Tina. And at any rate, YouTube, this is what we have going on in our fall garden here at Queen Annie's place. Mrs. Grothendall's planter. And last but not least, Sweet Baby Red. Yeah. Fall gardening. Right here at the Green Thumbs Gardening Channel. Grow Zone 8B here in Tifton, Georgia. Thanks for watching, YouTube. And if you are indeed watching this video and you're not currently already subscribed to the Green Thumbs Gardening Channel, please take this moment to press that subscribe button beneath this video, that like button, that notification button, and be sure to share this video with your friends and family if you don't mind. Thanks. We really would appreciate it.